Okay, we're going to work through a few examples on this workbook assignment that you may have started the other day. You might want to look back at your notes from a couple days ago from lesson 17 because it has a lot of useful information about how to graph using intercepts, which is what we're basically doing on this page. So when I am graphing using intercepts, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking in this case, I just have one variable. It says straight in those notes from lesson 17 that if you have just a y, it's going to, you go to your y-axis at -3. And you can see the line that goes through that dot is sideways. So that lets me know that the graph should be sideways. And every point on that line has a y-coordinate of -3. I would have 0, -3, 2, -3, 4, -3, -4, -3. Any point on that line has a y value of -3, so that is the correct graph. And you don't have to draw an ugly line like I did. You can just draw a single straight line, and that gives you the idea. We'll go ahead and try another one here in just a second. We'll go down to number 6. Number 6 wants you to find the intercepts and to graph it. On 3 through 5, you're just finding the intercepts, don't have to graph. So it'll be like the first part of this problem. So for number 6, I would start by finding the x-intercept. Remember, to find the x-intercept, you basically ignore the y variable. So I can do a -8x equals 24. That term with the y is gone because I'm basically letting y be 0. Then I solve for x by dividing by 8. So x equals -3. That means my x-intercept is the point -3, 0, because anything on the x-axis is going to have a y value of 0. So that's the x-intercept, the point where it crosses the x-axis. We let the y be 0. That's why I just got rid of the 12y, and then there's your point. I'm going to switch to a slightly different color, I think. And we'll try the y-intercept. Oops, it's not wanting to switch colors for me. This is unique. Okay, here we go with the y-intercept. There we go, got my color switched. For my y-intercept, I'm going to do basically the same thing, but this time I'm going to basically ignore the x. So instead of having a -8x, I just won't put anything, and I'll have 12y is 24. I'm basically putting a 0 in for x, which means that x term goes away. Divide both sides by 12, and then y equals 2. So that means my y-intercept would be 0 because I got rid of the x, 2. So it would be this point right here, 0, 2. Once again, ignoring the x term because the y-intercept has to have an x value of 0. Once I have those 2 points, I can connect them by just drawing a straight line through them. Make the line as straight as you can. Maybe using a ruler or another sheet of paper would be a good idea. That's hard for me to do a straight line on the screen. Notice when I draw the line, I do arrows on both ends of the graph. And that just shows that this graph keeps on going forever and ever and ever.